And it wouldn't be bowl season if we weren't talking about the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. We have this game between Utah State and Georgia State. This is at 3:30 p.m. on Saturday. Utah State is a 2.5-point favorite. Over under is, I believe, the highest of the day at 59.5. Opt-outs I'm seeing a couple from Georgia State. I'm seeing running back 1, running back 3, wide receiver 1. On Utah State, I'm just seeing their second safety is out. So probably their free safety or strong safety on there. So nothing crazy for Utah State. Georgia State has some big dogs out. But I'm seeing the public pretty big on Utah State in this game. And even with that, I'm going to have to lean Utah State as well. I don't know. Georgia State has lost 5 straight games. It's really hard for me to back a team that, was starting the year off 5-1 and then lose, or 6-1, then lose 5 straight games to go to 6-6. That's tough. And I just don't see the motivation for this team after they had such high aspirations 6 weeks into the season. And then Utah State, I know they're 6-6. No one's really ever heard of Utah State. Georgia State is kind of known to be a decent team in that conference. Utah State, I don't even know what conference they're in. So I'm going to lean with the public here at the 2.5. I'm also going to lean the over. I actually have already placed the over as well. Utah State loves to score. They've scored 70 points, I believe, in 2 games this year. Love to score. Their defense isn't very impressive, and Georgia State's defense is miserable. I also think Georgia State could put up 20-something points. So I like the over. Already placed it, but I'm going to go with the public here on Utah State. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't love this game, but you basically said everything. I was going to say I also lean Utah State despite the public lean here. I will say, just for a learning lesson for listeners, you and I both like to fade the public quite a bit. The difference, instead of just blindly fading the public, it's usually when the line hasn't really adjusted to the public money. This game has adjusted. This was +3 for Utah State. It's now -2.5. So whether that be public money, opt-outs, or a mix of both, this line is adjusting to the public money. So I feel it's easier to side with the public when the line is moving in their favor rather than the reverse line movement there. But yeah, I think Utah State, simply because they needed that win in their final game to become bowl eligible. They got it in double overtime, kind of an emotional win. It would be a letdown spot for them, but they've had plenty of time to kind of get over their emotions. So don't think it will be. Georgia State, on the other hand, just as we mentioned with Air Force, they're coming into this game with 5 straight losses after starting the year 6-1. So just a disappointing 6-6 finish to their season when, like I said, they were 6-1 to start it. So I just don't know if we're going to get a huge effort from Georgia State. Like you said, a lot of their starting weapons are out. So you might get an upped effort from the backup guys here. I do like your over as well. I think both teams are going to go up and down the field and score. But yeah, slight lean with the public Utah State. The public does still worry me because I am seeing it is extremely high, like 89%. So I don't know if I'll bet this game, but lean Utah State, lean over.
Yeah, if you do want to bet, again, I placed the over on this one. I think that's probably the smart and safer play. And it's definitely not as public as Utah State. But, yeah, not the greatest game, but it is a famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Don't forget about that in Boise, Idaho. I believe it's on Boise's field. So if you haven't ever watched a game on a blue turf, this could be your first opportunity. It's not fun. It's not fun to watch. But we will see you guys.
With 2 blue teams playing.
Right. 2 blue teams. Hopefully – Georgia State's blue is almost identical to Boise, so that could get kind of confusing out there. But we will have a couple more bowl games out previewing for Saturday. Good luck as always if you're tailing. We'll see you guys next time.
You better start listening to the Better in Green podcast. You will not regret it. Trust me, trust me, trust me. And hey, I'm Dean Blandino.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Better in Green. To Better in Green. You better win green, hey, listen in and cash out, that's what it's all about. Come on, let's make cash now. We always on spot and we cover all spot from the bottom to the top. Hey, shout out to Ethan, shout out to Wyatt, shout out to Ben. Welcome, welcome to our podcast. Better win green.